Hey, gang, welcome. Glad to have you all here. Let me briefly describe who we are and what we do. If you are, for some reason, a new viewer or reader of our fantastic program and organization, we are, of course, the Cash Flow Experts Organization, a 22-year-old business funding advisory company, and I am Tom, the co-founder and current CEO. I reach my hand out virtually in warm welcome to all of you joining us. It's the next best thing to us being face-to-face. I find that this is very effective and extremely meaningful for people. And in fact, we reach out and have helped people literally all over the world. That is why I have the icon of the blue earth up on the training center board at all times to remind us that we are an interconnected company and organization. So again, it is a real enjoyment and a pleasure to have you here. I'm not going to bore you a ton with the biography channel version of my life story. I know most people probably know it. For over 2 decades now, I've been a leader and a featured trainer, speaker, consultant to all manner of small business owners and investors. I've been privileged to be able to work with organizations like the Learning Expo, New York City, shared the stage with people, Rich Dad, Poor Dad events in Los Angeles, and been a keynote presenter in all manner of real estate investor association meetings, literally everywhere in between from coast to coast, and have obviously put on many hundreds of my own live in person and these video conference seminars where we can reach and help a ton of people who are probably potentially in the same boat, in the same situation that you are, for the fact that you are here tuning in with us today. So let me cut to the chase. Let me get to what it is we want to do here. This is what I will quickly cover today. Funding for your business as cash that can be put directly into your bank account. I'm going to offer you guaranteed business funding today at the specific range that meets your business goals and your personal needs. One of the reasons why we have this kind of chart listed out here, so I can help you very briefly just walk through what it is that you will want to do to hit whatever targets and goals that you have are. I'm going to, as I said, offer you guaranteed business funding today. You could want and need as little as $100,000 at 0% for the next 6 months. That's, of course, called a teaser rate, but it literally, truly is free money for those of us who use it for business purposes, or as much as $5 million at a long-term net rate of 2.5%. That is where the sweet spot and the profits really come in, no matter how medium size or large size your business, your organization is. You choose. It's not up to me. It's not up to anybody else except you. You choose the amount that you need when you sign up for our full service, and I'll go through again as quickly as possible. I know your time on a day like today is valuable, so I'll go through with you what the services are, what the options are, and give you a little bit of behind the scenes in detail of how the program works. Now, the thing that I need to emphasize again here to make it clear to you what a great deal this is, the no cost guarantee is that this costs you nothing. So you choose the amount that you want to sign up for a full service. The no cost guarantee is that this costs you nothing if for some strange reason you don't take the funding that you're offered, or you don't follow up on the origination of all the funding programs we approve you for. It's literally no risk to you. Now, here is how this broadcast will work today. We have live phone staff. This is my favorite prop. I rarely get to use it. So we have live phone staff literally available to you to telephone if you are timely in that activity. We have live phone staff standing by right now to help you get started. These are, of course, real people from our office here in the US, so that they can't work all day and they can't take calls after hours. So this is it's a time sensitive type of an opportunity, right? So I am making them available by phone. This is a rare and unusual thing, only for the next 29 minutes after I finish showing you the funding options that we have and what we will do for the people who join this great program. After that time is up, or we fill this private funding program to its capacity, they will stop taking and returning calls in real time. So if you want to get a head start Know that this business funding program is large, it's guaranteed to work, or it is no cost and it is limited to a finite number of customers we can physically support since we are doing the work to fund you. Go ahead and go now to the website, cashnow123.com, before I even start, so you can get the phone number that you'll need and the other important information. Again, if you want to get a jump, want to get a head start, that's the way that most successful business people operate, right? You want to get in the queue and get started as I'm beginning this presentation so you're not left out. You can go immediately, get that basic information. Go to www.cashnow123.com. Cash like money, now like do it now, 123.com, the numbers. Go to www.cashnow123.com. That will have the information on the website for you to follow the instructions through and make your determination of how much funding you're going to want to need to be able to use the most effectively in your business. Okay, here we go. What is so special about this business funding program out of the several that you may have seen me feature over the last few months if you've been reading my daily newsletters and visiting my website? Good question. This is private equity funding to your business that we're offering today. Got it? Private equity funding. Not bank loans, not SBA funds, and not hard money. We are now working with these types of business funding sources because this kind of lending is something private equity funding companies can do really quickly that institutions like big public banks will never be able to as fast or as much, basically with no questions asked and no credit check needed. That's the fine feature of this kind of program that I know a lot of our clientele is looking for. Okay, now what is private equity? Okay, so are we clear? Okay, I hope that we're crystal clear about this. This is a full service. It's not a kit, it's not a course, it's not a set of books that you put on your shelf. We used to call that shelf help in the old days, right? You get it, you glance at it, on the shelf it goes, never to return to your hands. That's not what this is. This is a full service, we do it for you and with you program. Now, if you ask what is private equity, obviously, if you subscribe to the same kind of magazines as I do, Entrepreneur, or the hottest magazines out there, pick up one of the latest issues and it sings the praises of exactly why this is some of the most powerful sourcing that you can do to help grow the profits in your business. So obviously, private equity is known by the people who are in the know. I've used it myself to great benefit and highly recommend it, as many other experts in the field do. Basically, bottom line, in its simplest form, what is private equity? It's an investment pool of money that is put in by wealthy accredited investors and hedge funds to be lent out to small business owners like you and I. So that's exactly what the purpose of private equity was so many years ago when it really got off the ground and got started. Now, as I said, I've loved my profitable experiences getting funding for my many businesses from private equity lenders. That is the reason I can recommend it to you now. I am always the first guinea pig in anything that we provide to you. So all of the things that you see us putting in our newsletter, putting out there in recommendations, they come directly from the testing my office does. And then they say, Tom, go and get this and use it for the validity of the results that we want to see a regular person get. So anything, if it's good enough for me, then I know it's good enough for you and we can recommend it out there. One of the reasons why we've still been around after 22 years in this competitive financial services space, right? So what do you need to get funding from my private equity sources? What do you need? Is it going to be hard? No, of course not. That's why we're here to feature this for you on this kind of training program. All you need is a business name. That's it. Okay, nothing, no high hurdle, no bar, no barrier to entry. All you need is a business name. It does not matter whether it's old or new. Doesn't matter if it's been around and not done anything for a while. Doesn't matter if it's relatively fresh or out of the box. People somehow, pardon me, have some misconception that there's some finite ground rules for exactly what must be done to get access to funding. Listen, every different type of funding has different criteria. There is no tablet that Moses chiseled up on the mountaintop that said, this is the only way that you may derive the enjoyment of getting business funding. There's many, many dozens of programs out there, and every one has different ways, different criteria, different methods. Somebody said, what's in your package? Well, what is in our welcome package is opening people's eyes to these different opportunities programs that most people never knew were available for, because they somehow had some kind of old wives' tale in their mind of business has to be a certain age to be able to get funding. Business has to do a certain amount of revenue to get funding. Nothing could be further from the truth. For every type of business and every need you have, there are different funding programs. We've made a career for 22 years, two plus decades, of getting people directed into the exact funding program that meets their criteria and their needs. Okay, so that's all you need is a viable working business name. And don't sweat if you don't have a registered business name yet. Our phone staff can easily help you do that when you talk to them. So that's part of the process that we can help people if you're quick, if you're one of the first callers. But by far, what do you think the number one question people always ask me about our program is? Take a wild guess. How much can I get? Of course, I understand that. Makes complete sense to me. So again, let's briefly go through what the different options are for a program like this. And again, let me state this right from the get-go. In terms of the old wives' tales about funding, there's no maximum funding that a particular business can get access to. So you are not limited in any way by some law or criteria or demand that your business can only pardon me, receive a certain amount of funding. There's no cap, there's no max. Obviously, different programs or different lenders have criteria that they go by. Long ago, we used to use a particular program that in that individual program went up to $3 million per year. Now, you could combine that program with other programs and amass much more than $3 million. That single individual lender would go to $3 million. So we know exactly how to do this service for people to accomplish and accommodate whatever the level of funding they need is, because there is no maximum, there is no minimum, there is no lifetime cap on the amount of funding you can get. You can rinse and repeat and do this again. One of the funniest encounters I had, I think it was in a Chicago expo, or maybe it was New York City, done so many, I won't forget. A gentleman walked up to me and he said, "You mean to tell me, Tom, if you learn how to do this with one business name, you could simply go and start another business name and copy and repeat the exact same thing and get double, triple the amount of funding?" I said, yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely the concept that we were one of the first I've ever seen to bring to market, and one of the reasons why we've still sustained so long in this business and in this industry. So no maximum, no cap, no limit to the amount that you get. This funding program is specific, however. So I want to go through some of those details with you. When you visit our website or call our hotline, you can just say you want the program with access to the basic $100,000 Getting Started Business Package, as I've mapped out here, or you want up to $1 million entry-level business startup program, or you can choose the goal of getting 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, or as you can see here, $5 million in private equity funding. You specify, you pick and choose, and then we home in exactly on the FAST method to get that amount for you. When you clearly indicate a more specific amount of funding that truly meets your needs, rather than just saying, I don't know, I just want as much. When you give us the specific benchmark and target to hit, we can more quickly get you that level of funding exactly from this program. The clearer we are, pardon me, the clearer we are about what you want to do and specifically how much you want, the better we are at fulfilling your needs fast. Nobody does it any faster than we do in this industry, which again is one of the reasons why I've had the pleasure and privilege of helping tens of thousands of other small business owners just like me, just like you, and been doing this for many, many years. I call it my life's best work, to be able to have been given a leg up, giving a helping hand up by other mentors in the beginning of my career, and then turning that into actual education company, where we not only teach people, train people. In the beginning, of course, we provided a lot of books and courses and guides, and now we literally take it across the finish line to the final stage where we do the service of funding for you. Okay, I want to wrap this up right now and get you to reach out to get access to this program before we close, before we fill up, before we reach our maximum. So here are my final words and instructions about this program before you call us on our order line. This full service funding program that I just featured is not for everyone. This is not do it yourself, right? This is specifically for the busy business person who has a target and a goal in mind that they can specify and wants our expert help at doing the things for them that get the funding guaranteed. Please don't tell us that you want the most funding possible. We know that. We understand that everything in our organization is derived around, over time, helping people continue. Why do you think we continue to update and upgrade and add more and more funding providers? So that you can continue to add more and more, whatever your goal and your needs are. Maybe you're just shopping for the best deals, the best cashback rewards, whatever. We keep bringing those new programs to bear, putting it in our resource centers so that anybody keeps going, logging in and refreshing, can get the most up-to-date, most valuable information, part of the membership benefits of being in our program. And I'm going to show you, when you get in this opportunity, how you can have full lifetime access as part of this program. So, as I said, please don't tell us you want the most funding possible. I know, we get it. Give us the number from zero, obviously 100,000, to $5 million that will really allow your business to grow incredible profits. This is not a learn how to fund program where you chase your tail in frustration. We are doing, my expert staff that I've already paid the salary, already trained, already got them up to speed. They have the direct relationships with the lenders. We are doing all the heavy lifting of bringing the funding you want to your feet and putting it into your bank account for you. You tell us how much funding you want in a specific range, and then we go get the private equity lender that gives it to your business. And the way that you get your hands on this money, get full access to the program, have us doing the service for you, is go visit the website right now. Go to www.cashnow123.com. So you can open up a browser tab, right? Just click to open a new browser tab, type in there www.cashnow123.com. If you by chance are watching this on the actual YouTube website, YouTube feed, where it's directly in the ecosystem of YouTube, quite often they have the link to the secure web page posted right below the video in the description. If that's a convenient, easy way for you to find it, you can go ahead and click that link. Sometimes YouTube has glitches, whatever. This is a guaranteed way you're going to be able to open up a browser tab and type in www.cashnow123.com to get you over to get all the instructions. Depending on devices, people watch on all different kinds of tablets and phones and strange ways to do it. Depending on the device, you may see the order links beside or below the video screen. You know how to do this. You've been around the block, right? So you know how to quickly and easily be able to take advantage of this opportunity. One of the surefire ways, as I said, watching me right now, open up a browser tab, type into the window www.cashnow123.com, and the simple steps are, what do you do? Okay, if you see a phone number on there, go ahead and call. You can interact with one of our live staff that's standing by. A lot of times they're going to be on other calls. There are other people that jumped the queue, got in ahead of you. Fine, leave a message, no problem. And when they call you back as quickly as possible in the order received, when they call you back, pick up the phone, answer the return call. Or if you've missed out on all these opportunities, if you missed the timeline and the phone staff is no longer available, you could possibly just order online through that option. But we want to be able to talk to as many people as possible. That's why I'm doing this kind of interactive type of live broadcast. We want to bring this opportunity to as many people as possible. And listen, I even know from experience, some of you who are really super interested in the maximum amount of this program that want to get up to $5 million, I can turn you into a broker of our actual funding program and services, and I can pay you commissions directly on anybody that you refer this to, or you could take the money out yourself and then you could become a intermediary lender. So there's a lot of incredibly valuable. 22 years we figured out how to add the most value possible to people who are utilizing this program. But take the first step. Take started, as I did long ago. Get your hands on the funding. Use it in your own business. The efficacy of it will become quite obvious to you, if that's the right word, for you to see how valuable this is. And then if you want to take these other steps in these other stages, we can bring a lot of very valuable resources and relationships to bear that can make you more and more money for the long term. Again, go to the website, cashnow123.com. The instructions for where you call to get this funding are listed on this homepage. But be clear, again, I cannot state this more strongly, the live operators that are standing by to take your call are only available for the next 29 minutes, probably the next 28 minutes now, to take incoming calls. So call immediately when you get to the homepage and you see those instructions, and leave a message for a callback if all the call takers are already on other calls. They will call you back in the order received, and they will help you immediately today to join this funding program, or they will get you queued up to enroll very soon. So this is something that is very valuable, highly in demand. It's going to prove to be extremely profitable to you. You need to get on the ball to get access to, as I said, my life's best work. Spent a lot of time, a lot of energy. We spent a lot of money. Pardon me. When we talk about programs are worth or have a value of a certain amount of money, that typically indicates a division, a dividing of the amount of the hundreds of thousands of dollars that I put in to the research, the development, the building, and the providing of that kind of thing. This is a priceless service. There's no possible way. It's not a course. It's not a book. It's not a set of tapes. There's no way I can put that kind of retail value on it. It is very high in value and available, as I said, for a limited time. All we ask for today is for you to pay a small processing fee to cover the cost of accessing private equity funding that is only available in this program. The tools that will be mailed to you in your welcome pack, and for the staff person's time who will be doing the steps that get the funding delivered to you quickly. So that's it. It's a small consideration. This fee, by the way, is less than what dinner for a 4-top table at Olive Garden cost you with dessert, but no wine. And believe me, my kids and I, we love Olive Garden, so I'm a frequent diner there. It is dirt cheap. So that's to say, the comparison and the analogy to dinner at Olive Garden is to tell you that it is dirt cheap for you to do this today with the deal being offered. And as I have said over and over, there is no cost if you don't get private equity funding. You get all your money back if for some strange reason you don't like the type of funds you're offered, or you don't get enough to satisfy what we've agreed to get for you. So there's no downside for you in this program. It is literally, my tongue is getting ahead of my brain. It is literally no cost to those that don't do the funding for whatever reason. Everyone gets funded that joins this program and uses a normal business name as we recommend. And again, it is simply up to you for us to speed this process along and get you the maximum funding in the minimum amount of time. Nobody does it faster than we do. To speed you along, you simply tell the phone operator, or you make your selection from the web page, that you want the basic getting started package, $100,000 in business funding. Bam, that gets you out of the gate, that gets you up and running, gets you equipment, materials, whatever you need. Or maybe you're a more established starting out business entrepreneur. You've been around the block for a while. You've got a foundation of something good going. You want a way to turbocharge it. Then you can simply state or request the $1 million business line of credit established business program. Or a lot of people have development. A lot of people have real estate dreams. A lot of people have needs that are bigger and bigger. Simply say you want the $2 million or $3 million or $4 million or $5 million in private equity funding, and you will be able to take that at a huge advantage over the general market at a net 2.5% long-term rate. How long can you be using this money? I have seen this go on and on. 26 and a half years is the average I've seen this money be usable and available in the exact program that I'm talking about right now. So this is something highly in demand. It's amazing in the divergent different uses and applications I've seen people use it for over the last 20 plus years. It is available right now. Go to the website to get the instructions. Go to cashnow123.com or click the link below the YouTube video if you're in that ecosystem, if that is available, or you know the deal. Click beside, below, above the video screen. That will get you all of the same secure checkout homepage with the instructions for you to call the hotline if it's still available. Leave a message if it's not answered on the 4th ring. Obviously, we're busy. A lot of people are interested in this. Then when they do call you back in the order received, please answer the phone. Take that call so we can get you and meet your needs as quickly as possible. Or, as I said, we're probably down now to 26 or 25 minutes of time left for the phone staff. If you miss the cutoff, miss the opportunity, then if it's still available, potentially just order online if that is the best allowable option at this point. That's it. I've taken a lot of your time. I appreciate you being here on a day like today. Yeah, I think you can tell I enjoy, and it's fun for me to talk a little bit about the successes that we've had, share with you some of the background of what our company does. And obviously, most of the credit for the heavy lifting goes to my staff, the unsung heroes, the people behind the scenes, both here in the US and in the Philippines. I got a great staff of virtual assistants, as those of you know who've talked to me before live and in person or in one of my in-person training workshops. So I'm the person in front of the camera. There are other people holding lights up, and there are a lot of people doing the work that's getting you the success and the results that can help you achieve whatever your goals are. So tip of the hat to all of them. A thank you to those of you who are hardworking small business. I think we are the bedrock, the standard of our country and society. People are always on media, news, people talking about large corporations. Do you know that 80% of what makes America work and makes America great is done by small business, people of 10 employees or less? So it is those people are my people. That's where I come up. I was raised by a single mother. We didn't have a lot growing up. we scraped to get by. I understand what it means to come from humble beginnings, to be able to get a leg up, an opportunity to get an education, take that knowledge, and then say my best features to go out and as an entrepreneur rather than joining the workforce, and then create dynamic, amazing, life-changing, neighborhood-changing opportunities is what your small business and my small business does for those people in America that need our help the most. So we want to help you to help others. This is the way that we're all going to do it, working together. Simply select the amount that you want so we can tailor the program perfectly to you, get access to the information, the opportunity to call in and talk directly to one of our helpful, friendly phone staff again, and leave a message. They'll call back in the order received if they happen to be on the line. Or if you miss the cutoff, miss that opportunity, then just go ahead and order online if that is the best option available to you. That's it. I'm out of here. Take care. Talk to you all again soon. Ciao.